this is also saying don't go too far into your spiritual, because you still have your physical life that still has to be lived out. And you're not going to be a lighthouse for others if you're spending all your time here in the spiritual stuff. You're just all focused here. You can't actually be a lighthouse if you're not being out in the world too. Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. So today we're going to be using the Lightworkers Oracle. We'll pull a card from that for your spiritual path, and then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and we'll pull 3 cards from that will give us a progression of your current energy, so we can see where you're at right now and where you're headed. So that if we need to make some course corrections, we can do that now. I'm going to set some intentions while I am shuffling. But first, I want to say that if you were drawn to this message because of the title, that means that this reading really is for you. And we will be going in deeper on that exact thing because I pull the titles out after I do the readings, because that's how I know, what we're going to be talking about. So if the title was what drew you here, then this message is for you, and we're going to get some guidance on that very thing that attracted you. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for our highest good. I set the intention that anyone who comes across this message, that there will be something in here for you. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear the messages in this reading will find it at the exact right time that they need it most. And I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be able to speak very clearly, have all the right words and anything needed to be able to convey the message as accurately as it was intended. All right. So if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. I do zodiac readings, but I also do other kinds of readings throughout the week. I do spiritual path, which is like the spiritual path really is the main focus of what I try to do here. I try to help guide people on their spiritual path. So that's, even these zodiac readings really is about your spiritual path. But I will do more general readings. Sometimes I get more just more detailed, specific about what part and piece of our spiritual path are we going to talk about. So I'll do spiritual path, the twin flames, ancestor messages, angel messages. So I have a lot of other things that I do besides just the zodiacs. And so if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe and share this video if it helps you. And any kind of interaction that you can do, liking and commenting, sharing, any of that helps my message to get out, helps me to be able to keep doing these videos. And I really, really, really appreciate it. All right. So let's get going. Okay, deep breath. All right. Capricorn, spiritual path. What do they need to know right now, Capricorn? Spiritual path, Capricorn, spiritual path. That's too many. There we go. We have hold your center. All right. Hold your center. And there's like a little doorway that's almost like a portal in that card. I've not seen that one before. All right, deep breath. Capricorn, past, present, future. Capricorn, past, present, future. Past. Too many. Capricorn, past. We have justice, present, we have the Hermit, And then future. We have temperance. All right. So the first thing I've got to say is these are all major arcana cards. And the major arcana is about big changes that are happening in your life. These are, significant issues that are, happening. Not issues, but just changes. Whereas the minor arcana is more about your day-to-day stuff. So, right now, I'm not even sure what the direction is yet, but I just know that there's something huge here. This is a big impact happening on your life right now. You've got some big changes. All right, so we're going to look at the oracle first. It's Hold Your Center. And that is number 34. Okay. Have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries, to find your ground, firmly place your feet there, and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree. Let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold your center with commitment, courage, and consciousness. All right, I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to just say, all right, I don't know if you know anything about your birth chart. Obviously, if you came here because you're a Capricorn, you at least know what your sun sign is. But with your birth chart, you have lots of signs. You pretty much have all the signs, or at least most all of the signs in your birth chart. And you'll have aspects like you'll have your sun, moon, rising are your big three that people talk about. But then you have Venus, Mars, Jupiter. You have all the planets. You have your north node, south node. So there's a lot of stuff going on in your birth chart. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because my moon sign, which I said your big three are your sun, your moon, and your rising. So my moon sign is Capricorn. And your moon sign is representative of your emotions. It's your subconscious. It is oftentimes your shadow, the parts of you that you may not like the most. It's the hardest parts to show up. And so my sun sign is Pisces and my rising sign is Pisces. And your rising sign is the way that others perceive you. So I'm very Pisces is all I'm trying to get at with that. Is I am a very, very Pisces. And Pisces is, they want everybody to get along. They're very people pleasing a lot of times. They can be sort of head in the clouds, but they're also very wise, spiritual. This is where you see me showing up here. And, they're very compassionate, giving, loving, all of those things. But I have a hard time connecting with my my moon sign because it does feel like such a different energy between Capricorn and Pisces. But I'm telling you right now, I am absolutely connected to this reading. So whatever's happening to you, I feel like this reading is also for me too. So I am invested. That's what I'm trying to get to, is I'm invested. I feel like that this is definitely telling me stuff about my own life right now. And so I hope that that means it's also helpful to you about where you are at right now. So let's get back to, Okay, you are learning to trust in your own instincts, to take your own journey without comparison to the life of another. There is no need to become disheartened or distracted by comparison or judgment. The earth needs your light, which can only come from you. You will offer so much less if you try to make it match your beauty if you try to make it match your beauty to what you perceive to be the beauty of another. Many souls who are different and unique were not understood. I definitely am feeling connected to this. Okay, many souls who are different and unique were not understood, acknowledged, and valued for whom they were as children. Instead, they were encouraged to conform, to change, to be other than their true self in order to be loved. This can be a hard pattern to break, yet the time is here for you to love and honor yourself as yourself. You are beautiful. You do not need to change for another. You certainly do not need to change that for the divine. You are being encouraged instead to distill your essence, to become even more of you. Hold your center now and do not be rattled by any other through intimidation, confrontation, doubt, jealousy, or fear. To hold your center means that you accept your innate value and worth, your right to exist and thrive, and accept the love that created you as you in order to fulfill your divine destiny. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are on the right path. You do not need to collapse into fear or doubt to ease old guilt or make others more comfortable. It is not selfish or hard of you to be strong. You can hold yourself in high esteem and be gentle and loving to others, while absolutely refusing to accept any behavior, belief, or attitude of another that would tear you down or cast you into doubt or self-hatred. As part of your spiritual training, your soul learned to be open, to receive guidance, and channel healing. This is what you needed to do to be able to function as a healer, channel, and light worker. You had to be sensitive, receptive, and open. Now is the time to balance that with resilience, strength, and even some divine stubbornness. Refusing to give up on who you are while remaining open to guidance is the balance of loving wisdom necessary to grow yourself as a divinely unique individual in a world that often fears true individuality, simply because it cannot be easily controlled. Holding your center doesn't mean that you no longer surrender. Instead, you consciously choose to surrender into divine love and grow more empowered. You are here to shine a light, to be a lighthouse for others. The lighthouse doesn't ask for permission to shine. It stands still, shines faithfully, and those who need it are guided by its light to safety. Do not lose faith in yourself, beloved soul. You know who you are. Be strong. Honor your inner beauty and personal boundaries. You need to feel safe in your ability to say no as much as you need to know that you will say yes when your heart guides you to do so. Be true to you. I am empowered by divine love to hold my center, to be in my truth, to stay strong, to be in my integrity, and to act with courage. The only energy I invite and allow to remain in my field is that which supports me unconditionally and with genuine love. I love my boundaries. They are the way that I lovingly choose which energy to invite into my life and which energy I choose to pass right by me. I do not judge, but I do choose wisely. I love myself and my life path now. I hold myself with powerful and caring commitment. May all beings know their true inner strength through my own free will and unconditional love, so be it. So I was just thinking, I wish so bad that you could hear the little hits that come into me as I read this, because there were so many of them that I don't even know like which one to grab hold to. The one thing that I know was sticking out to me is you're here to shine your light, to be a lighthouse for others, and that it was pointing out that the lighthouse is guiding people to safety. And so that was one part that I know was kind of strong that came out, is that is your job. When people tell you to go out and shine your light, you are showing that you're shining so that you can show them the way to safety. You're showing them the way back to themselves. That's really what we are trying to get to. Ascension really is. It's just finding your way back to yourself. Finding out who it is you really are. Who is it that the world told you so long ago that you couldn't be? And, just going back, finding your magic and letting it out. What else? And it was just talking about how it's those who have gone through some of the hardest struggles, and you can't really know how to heal others until you've learned how to heal yourself. And if you haven't gone through struggles, you don't really have anything to heal. So that's sort of part of the initiation process, the training process for healers, is they're healing themselves. So as you're learning to heal yourself, that is giving you what you need to be able to take that out and give that guidance to others. Shine your light, show them the way to safety, show them the way to heal themselves. And I love that we're talking about the lighthouse, and this card came out that very much looks like a lighthouse shining out for people to come find them. And this card is about, this can be about being a mentor and a guide as well here too. All right, so we're going to move into the rest of the reading. We've got, in the past, we have the Justice card. And the Justice is bringing balance back to a situation. So let me see. Justice. I'm just going to go ahead and just pull some cards. What are we getting justice on? I think that's the easiest way for me to get where I'm trying to get here. So give me some cards. What are we pulling, bring justice to? More. Or not. Okay. Not. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords, which is moving away from past pain and trauma. So that goes along well with what we've already been talking about. With in your childhood, you might have been told there were certain things about you that you needed to change. And I mean, that is traumatic. That is traumatic for, especially if you don't understand, well, why is it bad? Why can't I, what is bad about it? And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is, it's a lot of options, and it's a difficult, just not sure which one to make. So bringing justice to that past trauma and to finally make whatever this decision is. Okay. So, let's see again. Justice is natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, and accountability. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. So we're bringing some balance back to the karma from the past, and the karma that was, so when you were being denied to be able to be who you are, and when it was causing those pains and the traumas, you weren't incurring bad karma from that. The people who were doing this to you, they were incurring karma. They were incurring the bad karma. So we're getting to the point now where it's time to balance that back out. It's time that you're able to bring balance back to the situation so that you can bring yourself back to who it is that you know that you were here to be. And that is where we're moving to right now. We've got the Hermit card, which is about self-reflection. It is a card about spiritual awakening. It is, again, about having a guide or a mentor, bringing in spiritual guidance. And so this awakening back to who you really are. And that's bringing us to the Temperance card. So let's see. Temperance is number 14. So alchemy, blending energies, harmony, moderation, masculine and feminine balance, duality, amalgamation, the fluidity of time, meditation, the perpetual motion of life, neutrality, restraint, patience, and purpose. Temperance is the alchemist of life, and it calls you to create your purposeful blend using moderation and patience as ingredients. Where are you focusing your precious energy right now? Maybe you've been overdoing it in your social life, or binging on television, drinks, or food, or overspending. Focusing on relationship is depleting more energy than it is replenishing. Being wholly materialistic versus wholly spiritual. We live in a world of extreme passions and heated hustle, so slowing down the desire for excess in any one area of your life may be harder than you think. Don't do drastic right now. Stay away from all or nothing choices. Clearing your energy of extremes will foster a dynamic, nourishing flow that is aligned with your perfect alchemical purpose. Seek equilibrium and be mindful of your resources while fusing all of the elements to achieve a beautiful balance. I walk the middle path and I nourish my spiritual wholeness. So this is asking you to bring some balance back into your life, not going too far in one extreme or the other. So this is also saying don't go too far into your spiritual, because you still have your physical life that still has to be lived out. And you're not going to be a lighthouse for others if you're spending all your time here in the spiritual stuff. You're just all focused here. You can't actually be a lighthouse if you're not being out in the world too. You've got to have the balance between the two. You've got to find the way to bring this here, bring this here, and fuse them together. All right. So what can we do to help bring some balance back in? Okay. All right. So we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balancing your spiritual and material, your 5D, 3D, your work, home. It's the balance. So that is another card that's calling for balance. This card, the Page of Swords, is all about it's education. It's really just getting excited about something new and digging fully into it. And then the Ten of Wands is about releasing your burdens and learning how to say no, setting those boundaries. We had two more cards that came out with it. That is, let's see, the King of Swords in reverse and the Chariot. So what is the King of Swords in reverse? King of Swords. Manipulation, conceit, showing off your intelligence can indicate a rigidness in thinking, tendencies to over-control, irrationality, being cold and calculating. See, I almost felt like some sort of warning, the way that it came. Let me see. And then it came with the Chariot, which is victory, speed, and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, and control. All right, so let me see. What am I getting off of this? Honestly, the way that I think that I'm seeing it is more that let me just read this. Let me just read it. Okay. Intelligent and diplomatic, this king leads with the facts, rational, scientific principles, and logical mind. He has an affinity for rules and thought, and he suggests finding impartial clarity before you take your next step. Even though he always seeks data and proof, he also knows that blending experience with inventiveness or blending intelligence with emotional and spiritual energies allows for well-rounded success. Be courageous in the pursuit of your path and find your own methodical, confident authority by knowing the way rather than just feeling the way. In shadow, this card can suggest using knowledge to take advantage of others. With truthful communication, it's time to help others in a way that is honest rather than manipulative. So, and manipulation is something that honestly we do all do. It's a subconscious thing. It's just all about trying to get some sort of need met. And there are ways that people do manipulation that are, very obvious and they're destructive, but there's also ways that don't actually look like manipulation on the outside, but it is still a form of manipulation. There was a book that I read a couple years ago called Not Nice. And it was explaining in that book, and I'll try to find that information, and I'll link it below if you're interested. But there was information in that book that was explaining how being nice is actually a manipulation. It's not the same thing as being kind, because being nice, people who show up as nice, they are still, there is something that they are wanting out of that. They're not just being nice to be nice. They're hoping that their niceness will get something. And that something isn't a bad thing. It's just they're hoping that maybe that their niceness will get a friendship or a relationship, or that if I do this for you, then you'll do this for me, and we'll get, a transactional kind of thing. Truly being kind has no intention other than just to do the thing. So you do the act of kindness, whether those people ever say another word to you or not. And that's one thing I love about random acts of kindness, is because that's clearly the intention. You don't even want those people to know that you did the kindness, because it's not about what can those people do for you. It's about what you can do for them. But this is what I guess I'm seeing is, if there's manipulation in this right now, understanding that everybody manipulates to some extent, and it's not always bad, what they're trying to accomplish. It's not always trying to take advantage of people. It's just, maybe I want a friendship. Maybe that's why I'm trying to be nice, is I would like people to like me. That's usually where it comes from, is just, please like me. So I think that is part of that message, is that we need to just monitor our intentions. We really need to know, like, if we're going to do something nice that we call nice, make sure that we know that no matter what the outcome is, we're okay to still do it, even if we don't get anything out of it. And so the message of the Chariot just tells me that we are going to be successful, and that this is going to happen very quickly. And we're going to definitely have some forward movement. All right, so I have a lot more that, because this story is really still kind of developing, but I have a lot more that I want to go into with this. And so I'm going to go deeper in the extended, and I'll link that below. If this is your story and you'd like to go with me, like I said, it'll be down in the description box. I also have a subscription for Jenn's 333 Collective. That is a monthly subscription that gives you access to all of the extendeds as soon as they're available. And if you want a personal reading, I actually do have a link for that down in the description box too. So there's a lot going on down there. If you check it out, see what else I have going on. If this video has been helpful to you, please like it. I would love to hear some feedback. So comment, share it with anybody that you think that might be helpful to. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. You can hit the bell for notifications and you'll find out as soon as I post a new video, it will let you know. And I try to post at least 4 or 5 times a week. So there's a lot happening. And if you'll just check back and see what else I have going on, I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And if this is your story and you want to keep going, the link is below. All right. Bye, guys.